Throughout the season, as the temperatures kind of fluctuate, we push snow around, kind of fill in where it's low, move it from where it's high.
Stockpiling snow helps to survive the tubing season, as natural snow isn't always the best snow.
A lot of times, Mother Nature's snow is so fluffy, it's actually compacts the stuff we use about 20 times as much. So it's not necessarily beneficial to have Mother Nature help.
As for the end of the season, it's still a month off.
Right now we have tickets that are sold out through March 14th. We'll be making another assessment probably the end of February to see how much later. It really depends on Mother Nature and kind of the forecast, how late we'll be open.
Before I add any more winter weather to the forecast, it's time to have a little fun. Here for you at Hawk Island Park, meteorologist Diane Phillips, 6 News.
I believe the owner is known as the Cod Father.
They fill the parking lot half full back here usually for his fish.
We got to know him downtown because he cooks our fish just the way we want it.
There we go.
We've been following him since he had his first food truck, and when he opened up this one, we just had to come and get it.
It started as a joke between my old staff and myself way back 4 or 5 years ago, and it kind of affectionately grew from there into something now more publicly and widely known as the Cod Father, as you see it today.
The walleye and one of the cod.
It's just the way he does it, you know, it's a special, everybody does it differently, and his fish is just right.
Fish fries have always been a fun thing, something that I enjoy doing, and every Friday it's just grown and grown and grown.
Hi, Hard Knocks, your order's ready.
I really like that. I like the fact he's good people on top of being a great cook. The food's awesome. Great people, great food. What more could you ask for?
During this pandemic, I have tried very hard to support local businesses, and my neighbor and I love to get fish on Fridays, so we figured we'd give it a try.
Thank you so much.
You get to meet a lot of people. You know, my big thing is I like feeding people and making them happy and connecting with people through food.
Thank you. Have a great night.
For the Benedict family, maple syrup tapping is a way of life.
Here in Vermontville, the Benedict family moved to this area in 1850 and have been doing it here every year since then.
As the new year rolls in, Brian Benedict of Benedict Family Maple starts watching the weather forecast for warm temperatures.
We usually can get a pretty good run if it's doing what it's supposed to do, is warming up mid-30s to 40 at least every day, and then getting down, I like to see it get at least 28 at night to get that freeze, and then it'll kick it in gear again for the next day.
Due to the Arctic air in February, the sap was frozen in the roots and bark, which caused a 2-week delay. But thanks to recent warmer weather, the Benedicts are back on track.
As the snow melts, we get kind of a gradual release of that sap to flow. The sun on the south side of the trees has released some of the sap, but until it gets the roots kind of thawed out a little bit, well then it's not going to run.
It's also not going to run as well on days with bad weather.
Usually in a high pressure system it runs a little better, and then in a low pressure system where it might be rainy or something like that, it doesn't seem to run very much.
The color and taste of the syrup also depends on the weather.
Beginning of the season, usually you have a lighter color because you have the colder, more frigid temperatures, and it keeps the sap cold. You don't have to worry about it starting to spoil or getting bacteria in it. As you get through the season, you get into a darker syrup, which is from a little bit of bacteria working in the sugar in the sap, and that makes it a darker flavor. The strength of the flavor is directly related to the color of the syrup.
The light syrup has a lighter taste, while darker syrup people typically enjoy for pancakes and cooking. But no matter the weather,
you have snow, you have ice, you have mud, you have rain, so it's always a very muddy endeavor.
tree tappers are always working to make sure you have a sweet taste at your table. Here for you in Vermontville, meteorologist Diane Phillips, 6 News.